Hold on, let me get this sent out. Yo, Riskier, what's up? I just spent the entire day working on my car, so I'm a little exhausted, but I wanted to get in some streaming. I'm on the uh, the Alpine Park right now. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the park because I'm making a little enclosure right here, but I haven't like fully done it up yet. Hold on, I need to fix the road. It's not flattened right. We just finished watching Herbie, the original one. It was pretty good. No, yeah, the car should be legal, like road legal in a couple days. I had to order some new horns because my horns just don't work anymore. But once I get those hooked up and working again, I will be fully done with making the car like road legal. So it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited about it. Hold on. There we go. Let me just add some water. And, oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to add deep water here. There we go. I'm making a small enclosure right here. Just so that I can, have something here. Yeah, it was the original one. It's called The Love Bug, I think, is the original one. It's from like 1968. It was a really good movie. Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been posting about it on my TikTok, but I want to make videos on an actual YouTube channel about it soon. I just haven't like figured out how I want to record the content for it, but it's something that I'm gonna be working on. I've got the channel made. I just need to actually like do stuff with it. Let's rotate this. Duplicate this. Let's see if I get it to right there, and then rotate like this. There. There we go. But yeah, here, I'm gonna drop the for the channel. It's that, and that's what the TikTok and Instagram accounts currently are. The Instagram one is more like my just normal, actual Instagram, but the what's it called? The the TikTok is just for car content. So there we go. Yo, Perp joined. Not much. I was just telling Riskier about how I was working on my car today. I'm trying to get it road legal so I can actually drive her finally. And it's pretty exciting. And also I dropped the ad for the new YouTube channel that I'm going to be starting for it, and for the current accounts for it. So all the accounts I have for the car are under the SoCalC4 username. So, on like TikTok and Instagram, go check those out. If you want to see more of that stuff. The Instagram is just more of like my daily posting in general. So you can, kind of see what's going on there. It's just like my daily stuff. And it's got the Jogabsha face reveal, which, I was gonna wait on, but I figure, I might as well. So yeah, if you go on there, you can see the real Jogabsha, and it's very interesting. Let's see. But yeah, once I figure out how I want to do car content, I'll start uploading proper videos to YouTube. But for right now, the short form content on TikTok has been just easier for me to put out. Let's see, let's get that to right there. Yes, Jogabsha face reveal exists. The Instagram account used to just be my personal one, but it's kind of blended with my car stuff. So, if you want to check that out, you guys can. I need to adjust the land here. Let's see. Let's get deep water. There we go. That works. Let's see. Advanced move. But yeah, I have pretty big plans for this car. I haven't, of course, I haven't like got the money to do them yet, but I've got some stuff in the works. You know, I've got stuff planned long term, and I'm pretty excited for it. It's very ambitious, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Ooh. Yep, very long-term planning. My long-term plan is going to be taking place over the next several years, and it'll take tens of thousands of dollars. So it's gonna be a lot, but it'll be pretty rewarding, and I'm honestly looking forward to it because I there's some new stuff I'm gonna have to learn in order to accomplish it, and I love getting the chance to learn stuff. Like this car has been all about me learning new stuff. So it's just, I don't know, there's something about it that's great. Let's see. Yeah, I am saving for a PC still, but the timeline on it has been pushed back just because I am doing stuff on the car, and that is taking money. But once the car is like road legal, I'm gonna let it be for a little while so that I can really start saving up for this PC, because I've got a pretty good build in mind for it, and I'm working with a friend of mine who builds PCs professionally to try and get it, you know, put together. I gotta delete that. Let's see, do I have any signs? Are there any signs that'll fit in this? Where's that one specific sign I'm looking for? Ooh, I love plot twists. Those are great. Dun, dun, ba-da-da-da-da-da-do, ba-da-da-da-da-da-do-do-do. Let me figure out what I can even put in here. Where's the nearest bus stop? It's too close for that. So what can I do then? I'll probably put a rock here. That's the easiest thing to do. The rocks are really nice. That's way too large. Yeah, that could be really cool. Just make sure that it makes sense, because there is a pretty fine line between retcon and plot twist. So you want to make sure that your plot twist is really a plot twist, you know? Let's see. Alright, so this little enclosure is probably gonna be something small and easy to maintain. Something that, like, would be content staying in this area. Now, the question is, what could we put in here? Small herbivore might work. We probably should remove some of the water, though. Yeah, we don't need that much water in this enclosure. And we can turn some of these trees into more of a shrubland. Ooh. Something you should do then is make sure that when you have that big reveal, you should have it, like, tie back to things. You should have hints throughout the series, but they shouldn't be so obvious that people will be like, "Oh yeah, that's clearly alluding to something." It's something that should just kind of be there. You know, like, I kind of like things that are like that, where when you go back and rewatch or reread, you're like, "Oh wait, that's a sign of this thing that happens later that no one even realized." And, like, I like moments like that, and I think they add a lot to a story's complexity. So I'd recommend adding some of those in. All right, guys, it's time for us to decide what dinosaur we're putting in here. So we're gonna want something small first of all. Something pretty small. Probably not a carnivore, I would say. I think a herbivore might do us a bit better in this. Something that's gonna be able to be kept pretty easily in a small enclosure like that. So let's swap to herbivores. The ones I think would fit easiest are Hypsilophodon or Homalocephalae, just because of how, small they are. However, we could potentially fit something a little larger. We could do Psittacosaurus. That could be cool. Sauropelta is a little big, but yeah, I'd say our best bets are Psittacosaurus, Hypsilophodon, or Homalocephalae. I'm honestly leaning Homalocephalae, but I want to see what you guys think. I kind of want to see what skins this has. Ooh. Okay, so for the females, definitely think something like this. With that, for the males, a rich green. With some yellow. I should modify the genome too. Yeah, Homalocephalae is probably my go-to for this little enclosure. I'm gonna set it to have also all the best genes, just so that it's not too difficult to keep in this enclosure. I do think I have dinosaur hunger on, so herbivores should be fine, but putting a carnivore in there would have been a pain because would have had to deal with it needing a feeder and yeah, let's begin task.
Synthesis procedure.
And let's go ahead. We'll do, I say 2 males and 4 females. I think that works. And then let's release them via airlift.
Acknowledging asset collection request. Collecting asset.
And get them all in there. And I believe if we look at the heat map, yeah, so this is a cool new feature that's in this game that wasn't in other games. You can basically see where creatures can and can't pass through. And these guys shouldn't be able to escape here because of that. So that'll be nice. I'm gonna speed up time so we can get these little guys in here.
Delivery complete. We are pleased to welcome a Homalocephalae.
Let's take a look at our first little Homalocephalae. Aw, look at it. Look at it. Look at the little guy. He's so cute.
In the air.
He's got a very middle-aged white man bald head for real. But he's cute. I like him. Now, what are you uncomfortable
Ladies
with?
and gentlemen, We are pleased to welcome a homolocephaly to the park.
Population should bring it up. I forgot I had dinosaur comfort on. I'm glad they have enough space in this enclosure, though. The only comfort issues it really has... Oh, it doesn't have enough space. I'm gonna turn dinosaur comfort off, just because it's gonna make this park a bit of a pain. I'll do a park at some point where we try to make it realistic and have dinosaur comfort and all of that. There we go. This is the first dino on the island. So, Camp Cretaceous is really good. But yeah, this is the first dino on the island. I did mess around on this island before and try to make an ecosystem work. And it was fine, but you know, it was too hard to maintain. So I want to build an actual park on this island because I went through all the effort of making it. We've got 3 little homalocephalae in here. This little guy was the first one. This girl was the second one. And then this guy was the third. And there's 3 more coming.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We don't have a Giganotosaurus enclosure. However, I do have something over here that could fit something like a Giganotosaurus. This enclosure here, because it has this really... So I found this castle, right? And I was like, oh, that would be so cool to try to fit into the park. And I think if we turn this into an enclosure, that could be really sick. Like we have like kind of a dragon's lair almost. I think that would be really, really cool. I did make a volcano, or a dormant one anyway. It's got a lake at the top. It is a little big, but I like it. I think it looks really cool. But yeah, to recap for everyone, what we have on the island so far, we have a little staff area over here that's just like a little lodge, and you know, it's got ranger teams and it's got staff center. You've got like this little spot here with a watchtower. The park should not be open. I'm gonna close that. We've got a little lighthouse over here because I thought it looked cool. And we've got a few different biomes on this island, and they're all connected via a river. So obviously we've got the large mountain with normal temperate forest here, and then you've got kind of an autumn temperate forest over here. And then you've got, you know, regular spruce forest. And you also have the Japanese forest, which I wanted to mix in. And finally we have kind of a... Oh my god. We have kind of a swampy area down here as well. Just because I thought this little isolated spot would be good for a swamp. Now this island was designed with ecosystem in mind, so we're going to have to deal with the rivers. But I think we can make it work. Yeah, I absolutely love this island. I want to do more stuff like this. Because these islands, they've changed it to allow you... You can't change the coastline as much, but everything up to this little bit of sand can be changed. So you can do all sorts of stuff with the shaping. And it's really, really cool, and I like that a lot. So I don't have to come up with a shape for the island. I can just flatten out an island and then start building it up. And this is a bus stop, by the way. I'm making little bus stops around just to kind of be like, okay, so this is how we get around the island. And I was making this road because I want it to look like we're using buses to get around instead of monorails, honestly. I don't like the monorail look. Alright. These guys are all doing good in their little enclosure. They're enjoying themselves. I want to do a larger enclosure here. Oh my gosh, Mika, hi, welcome in. Um, yeah, we're not putting a Giganotosaurus in yet. That's going to come later. I'm glad you're having a good time, baby. I'm glad you decided to join me while you're doing your thing. Um, yeah, this is the island I'm building. It's coming along pretty well. I like it a lot. 'Cause I like you a lot, so I'll give it a shot. Give it all that I got. La dee da dee. Okay, I'm gonna elite ball knowledge right there. That's but yeah, guys, little reminder, I do have Corvette stuff coming. So if you want to check that out, the username is SoCalC4 on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Instagram is more for like my daily life stuff. TikTok is all about my Corvette stuff. So if you want to see some of that, go check it out. Um, and the YouTube channel is up, but it doesn't have content yet. I need to make proper videos on there. And I think once I get the car fixed up, which is hopefully going to be this week when I can finally get it on the road, I'm going to be able to start taking it to car shows. And at that point, I'll be able to make, like, vlogs about going to shows and, like, getting stuff. Baby, I literally did acknowledge you. What are you talking about? Okay, so now that we've got this, I think I actually don't know what I want to do for this enclosure here. It's definitely going to need a bit more of a heavy-duty fence. Let's see. Decorations, fences. Maybe brick wall fence? No, it needs to fit the vibe. The vibes are all wrong. Definitely not corrugated steel. I could do just normal metal. Like this stuff. I think that could be feasible. There we go. I should know that by now. She's always doing that. Let's place a fence there. I'll turn the line to surface off. Oh, wait, it does that? That's nice, actually. Wait. Okay, I'm not using that right now, but that'll be nice for, like, doors and stuff. Not using that. Here we go. I've heard you say worse. I know for a fact that you've said worse, baby. I don't know if I like that fence, actually. I don't know, it just feels too... I don't know. Well, I need to decide what I want to put in here, actually. And how big I want this enclosure to be. Because, like, I could bring it to here. I could bring it all the way around this. Could, like, bring it to here and cut in. Which, that might be what I do. I did do some stuff pretty cool recently. Like I said today, I was working on the car a lot. I did spend a decent chunk of money, but I did get it done. And I got more stuff done on the car earlier this week, so no more check engine light. I fixed the blinkers. Let's see what else. There's new tires on it. I was fixing some of the horn stuff today, which should be fixed and done tomorrow. And let's see, what else? Oh, I did get to spend the past 2 days with my wonderful girlfriend, which was, pretty fun. We went to the Peterson Museum. We had some very good food. If you're ever in LA, though, the Peterson Museum, absolutely awesome. I loved it. What did you say, baby? Welcome in. I would, but I'm streaming from my PlayStation right now, and I don't think I have party audio on, so even if I did a Discord call with you, I don't think you would be able to. But once I get my PC, that's something I can probably do. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do for fencing, then? I'm gonna just search for fence, right? And see what things I have that come up. Alright, so... I could do one of these fence types. That could be cool. Not gonna do that fence type. Here's some more fence types, but these are like all heavy duty. I could do some of this, but I don't think so. Then that's that. Let's see. Oh yeah, post a picture of the food in the Discord. I'll have to make a channel for that so that we can do like food stuff in my Discord. Everyone join my Discord. I'm going to put a link to join the Discord right now. If I can send a link. Hold on. What? Invite members. Copy link. And now I put this in the chat. If anyone wants to join the Discord, it's right there. For all like my content stuff and all of that. I'm finally trying to be active again after half a year of not doing anything, if not more. But yeah, check it out. I'm gonna be trying to stream at least once a week, and hopefully getting back into proper videos soon once my PC's fixed. But yeah. Alright, so I think best bet for fencing if I can search for fence. I think, honestly, what I want to go with might just be the smallest fence on this palette. So let me place this somewhere real quick. Alright, let's see. Which of these would fit best? Yeah, I'll just do that one. There we go. I've been watching some anime recently. Oh, something else I got into recently, I started reading webtoons again after like years. But yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm gonna save this. Make blueprint, create new fence 1 E, and just create blueprint. And now I can use it wherever I want. And now I can use the wonderful multi-select tool. Confirm selection and delete. There we go. I was getting a little bit of lag with those fences, so I'm glad I got to delete them. Oh my god, baby. No, just typing it, you got that freaking melody stuck in my head. It's all in my head. Okay. But yeah, like, seriously, baby, you need to stop with that, because it was already bad enough yesterday, but now it's like fully in my head. Thank you, baby. We all needed to know that. You can hear the little homalocephale too. The only issue with controller is you have to be like really slow when you're building stuff like this. There's no like real way. Oh, damn it. Hold on. No, why does it keep doing that? Alright, I'm just doing the advanced move thing, honestly. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of time consuming. La di da di da, la di da di dee. There we go. Yes, I'm aware my site is closed. I did that intentionally. I recently became obsessed with like rally music. Man, this fence is a pain. It'll look good when it's done, though. Oh my god, they did? Hmm. I really hope I'm getting this curve right. I think I am. Then I bring this here. Once you get into a groove with it, then it's like, okay, now it's easy, you know? The power of fandom is wild. For real, it is. go. Set that there. And then we bring it forward. Oh dang, we got 8 people in here. Welcome everyone. Man, it is so hard to be precise with this thing. That's good enough. And I think right around here... Oh. Right around here is where I'm gonna... duplicate this. Ah, dang it. I messed it up. Let's move... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Duplicate. Advanced move. Rotate. Advanced move again. Advanced move again. And advanced move again. And advanced move again. There we go. That looks good. I like that. So now we've got a fence over here for this. Let me check heat map real quick. Alright, it looks like they can... No, it should be fine. Just to be safe, I'm gonna put a rock in this corner. Now let me check this again. Yeah, there's no way for them to get through. So whatever we put in here is going to stay right out here in the open. What does the view range of this look like? Okay, so it can kind of see over to there, but not super well. But it can see over there well enough. And these guys don't need to be super visible anyway. I could have just done these fences, but I think this is fine. Now let's see, what species do we want to put in here? We could put a carnivore, but I feel like having carnivores this close to the actual hotel would be a little nerve-wracking. So maybe a mid-size herbivore. Let's see. Small and medium herbivores. Let's see. And since it's by the hotel, we'd want something that probably wouldn't be too loud at night, of course, but it would have to be a bit of a spectacle still. Maybe some sort of hadrosaur would be good. We could do a couple of Montosaurs, maybe. Yeah, let's do some Edmontosaurs. Keep that. And for the patterning, let's go with something like that. For the males, so we're going from that to like, let's do that green. And we'll do this coloration. I like that. That works. Out of curiosity, that could maybe work. Actually, let's do this. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. Oh, and let's modify the genome. Okay, they're already maxed. Let's get them put in. And what is their desired population? 4. What I could end up doing is just extend. We'll see how they feel about this enclosure. And if, I mean, I guess it's more how we feel because I have their comfort stuff off. But we'll put in 4 of them.
Incubation.
Asset requiring collection. Heading to collect the asset.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Edmontosaurus to the park.
Commencing asset transit. Asset delivery confirmed. Asset transportation in progress.
There we go. How do these guys look in here?
Transporting asset. Asset has been delivered. Transit has commenced.
Some big red trees there in the middle, maybe? Yeah, I think that works. And the fences are actually pretty well heightened with them, too. Although, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, that works. That makes sense. How do you feel? Okay, so your area is fine. Of course, you're missing like ground fiber and stuff, but it's not like a big deal. I will mess around with a bit of wetland. Where is... There we go. Not redwoods, I meant normal forest. And we'll do a little bit more of those there. Let's maybe do a little bit of brushland in here. Just give them a bit more open space. And we could probably do with a bit of color. Maybe over there. Yeah, I think that looks nice. That's nice. Oh my gosh, I haven't been reading the chat. Stegosaurus, the thing is, I feel like they're a bit more aggressive looking. And like, if they swing their tail wrong, they'll shoot it through the wall, and I don't think people would want to be sleeping near those as much. We want something more gentle. Oh my gosh, Perp, I love that joke and I'm stealing it. But Riskier, I do definitely intend to have a Stegosaurus exhibit somewhere. So you can rest assured on that. But yeah, so we've got 2 species in the park now. Let's see. I guess I could fit one more little enclosure over here, but I feel like I would be oversaturating this area a little bit. So I think this, instead, is going to remain just a forest. That's kind of cool that, like, the line comes right up to it. There we go. And yeah, look at that. See, this is nice because these guys tend to sleep more during this time of day. So it would make sense to keep them near the enclosure, or near the hotel, as opposed to other species, because they would actually sleep instead of keeping guests up all night. There we go. That's kind of nice. There we go. Got all the little homalocephalae running around in there. Yeah, very true. Yeah, I like Edmontosaurus. They're a pretty good hadrosaur. I just got the urge to make a horror series based on lore. That would be pretty swag. Oh, by the way, guys, check out a game called Silicon Gate. I'm planning to play it with the group when it comes out. It is a dinosaur-themed extraction horror game. Um, or not extraction, but like I guess like retrieval and extraction. Check it out. Riskier in particular, I would like to run that idea by you of us doing that with a group. I think that could be very cool. Uh, it's not out yet, but it's on Steam. You can wishlist it. The name is Silicon Gate. I'm gonna put the name in the chat now. And it is a very cool looking game. I think it's I think it I think it's really cool. I'm really excited for it. I've been watching the development of it for a year now. It's crazy, and I absolutely love it. Oh, I didn't even show you guys this little detail. I have little bus stops around, and I have buses placed so that, you know, people can get around on the buses. And I've got these little these things here, which would be like, you know, for when people want to get around this area, you know? Like you could rent one and take it around and, you know, for like the people who want to spend a little extra money on their trip, they're permitted to like take one of these and drive around as opposed to like having to take the bus to get everywhere. I thought about putting something out here, like some sort of ruin or something, but you know. And then I've got these bus stops as well, which are pretty cool. And these are Hyperloop stations, so they allow people to get around the park easier. That way people will actually be in these areas when the park's open. Let's see. Yeah, you can see there's like some nests left from when I was still doing the thing with the what's it called? The ecosystem stuff. Down here is definitely going to be like a Spinosaurus or something. That would be cool. Or maybe I'll throw a couple Irritator in here, because I like the way those look. They're pretty cool. And then you could have like walkways up here on the cliffs, and people could like look down at the Irritators. Now, a big issue is going to be these rivers. But the Hyperloop station buses will kind of help mitigate that. Because basically they allow people to go from place to place. Without having to be able to walk there. So we could put in bridges to make it look like people can cross, and then have a bus station on the other side. And since most of the areas that are cut off by rivers are pretty large, we should have a pretty easy time with that. Let's see. Yeah, this was actually the first little area that I built on this island was this. I was originally going to make it like a biological preserve, but instead it ended up going the park route, which I think is still going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah, Silicon Gate is really sick. I'm excited. You know what? Just for Lone Cora, I'm gonna make one of the Giganotosaurus and just release it somewhere. Right here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save. the park. I'm going to make some stuff for it to hunt, so a few more of these guys. And sure, let's do all of them, why not? And then I'll make a Giganotosaurus. Which I'm gonna have to turn off these filters for. And I believe I have... And I'll set the skins to random. I might as well. And I could go through and make it look cool, but I don't really like this variant of the Giga anyway. So I'm probably not going to use it in this form. And let's just do one.
Personnel, please stand by.
Oh wait. Actually, before that, I need to adjust the traits. So, thirst is good. Appetite, it's hungry. Lifespan, resilience. This thing doesn't need to reproduce. Humility, sociability, tolerance, offense, defense, fitness. Let's just make this thing, like, defective, right? Like, it's gonna be really strong, but it's gonna be really ignored. Yeah, it's very crocodilian. It looks more like a concavinator, honestly, than a Giga, but, you know, it's very draconic. I'll make one of these.
Synthesis procedure.
And ooh, that's kind of cool. It's like chameleon-esque. Alright, guys, now we have to vote on the color. We're only putting one of the Gigas in, by the way, so do we do this coloration, this coloration, this coloration, or this one? So you have kind of chameleon looking, you have big blue, you have sandy, and you have kind of woodland. I'm leaning more towards woodland or chameleon. I think I'm gonna do chameleon.
Incubation complete.
Alright, I'm gonna release these guys via airlift over to here.
Acknowledging asset collection request. Asset collection request received. Transporting asset.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Atlantosaurus to the park.
Commencing asset transit.
Let's see, after this I should be able to airlift.
Asset has been collected. Confirming asset delivery.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Edmontosaurus to the park.
Alright, there's still 2 over here.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Alright, now we're just gonna unleash this guy
Been collected.
and let him do whatever he wants over here.
Asset has been delivered. Collecting asset.
These guys have no idea what's coming. This one's probably gonna be the first to get the brunt of its attack. So, oh, here it comes. It's getting lowered in. Yeah, look at all these guys. They're just hanging out. They don't know that they're all about to be hunted.
A classic example of an apex predator, the Giganotosaurus. This is one of the largest terrestrial carnivores. They certainly named it well.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be doing some hunting here. Yeah, those guys are all freaked out. And we can kind of see how him being here will cause them to potentially migrate. Because if they want to live, if they go up here, they're trapped, so the only way for them to live is for them to come out this way. So it is possible that a couple of them could end up separating and heading off. So this could actually be pretty interesting to watch. Mr. Alligator doesn't know what he wants to do. He's full on food and water right now, I guess, so he's fine, but he's definitely gonna start hunting soon. He's happy though, so that's good. He just has cohabitation discomfort and is missing a bit of pasture and wetland. What's that guy doing? Why are you running right past him? It's not a good idea to run past this guy. Ooh, yeah, everyone should like and subscribe if they like classic cars or dinosaurs. Although my classic cars channel is gonna be on a different channel, but I'll be doing stuff on here a lot more often than that channel. So yeah, this guy's gonna be hunting real soon. Ooh, we're getting a hunt. We're gonna watch it in slow-mo. Oh, right on the neck. And slams it to the ground. Is he gonna eat it or is he gonna leave it? He eats it. Oh yeah, because he's got the trait that makes him go hungry faster. Yeah, so he's gonna starve to death once these guys run out. So that's gonna be a thing. But he'll figure it out. He's fine. Did you name the Giga Jeremy? Or was that the guy who died? Rest in peace, Jeremy. Now he's going to drink water from the river. Oh my gosh, guys. Guess who just went live? Mikachu. Everyone go to Twitch and check out Mikachu789 on Twitch. There's her username. That's my girlfriend. She's streaming Overwatch right now. Go check her out. Give her some support and then come straight back here. Or actually, here's what you guys do. Open up the streams on your computers and have one open in one tab and one open in the other tab. Then you can give us both watch time. Alright, well, I'm gonna let that guy do his thing for a little while. Let him pick everyone off. And, you know. Now the question is, what do we want to do for the main park? I think the main park should be this way. So we'll have the bus come to like a big plaza here, I think. And then we'll have bridges off to different areas. So I think this area, I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. It's fine. Let's just start with our plaza. Let's see. Yeah, let's get a bus stop put in. Right around there. Let's see if I can... There we go. Let's try that again. And obviously these road bits aren't gonna be the same path that people actually walk on. Ah, damn it. There we go. That works. We already have a Giga over here. Did you not see that? That's right. Oh wait, that's not him. That's one that got cornered. Oh, he's hungry. He better go hunting. There's some prey in his territory. He better go find him. You better go, buddy. You're gonna starve to death. Let's watch him. I think he's about to start a hunt. Here we go. He's hunting now. You better not fail this hunt. The trees are really messing with him. I think that's a cool mechanic. I think the fact that trees can cause something to escape during a hunt is pretty cool. I mean, he managed to get it this time, but it is possible for us to fail. You better start eating it. He's about to die. Yeah, this guy is gonna have some serious problems if he doesn't get better about hunting. There's only 3 Edmontosaurs left, so... This one has to come back down to get water. So... It can't stay up there forever. If the Edmontosaurs want to live, they have to follow the river this way. And if it wants to live, it has to follow them. So... Lots of stuff happening. So obviously this is like where the road comes to. I think what I'm gonna do here is do something like that. Or no. I'll extend this. And then I'll do the loop around. Because these buses are going to need a decent amount of space to turn around, so... Ah, very good research. That's good to know. That can really help in a pinch, you know. This guy better start hunting again. He's gonna run into health issues soon. His health is only healed a little bit. If he doesn't do some more hunting soon, he's gonna be in trouble. He really ought to look for more food. Okay, good, he is. There we go, he got him. Yeah, so he's gonna eat him and heal up, but he's only got 2 more for food left. And once they're gone, you know? And then what's he gonna do? I really like this little area. I think it's pretty. Hey guys. You guys are pretty happy not having to die to a Giganotosaurus, aren't you? Giganotosaurus. He really needs to make a habit of eating all the food. Cause like, look, he's not even fully healed yet, and he's just leaving the corpse. Although I guess he is basically sentenced to death already, because there's only 2 left. Alright guys, I want to see from show of hands in the chat, who thinks we should save him, and who thinks we should let him kill everything and then starve. Because we can't do both. And right now we don't have anywhere to put this guy. Or any way to reliably feed him. So literally the only way for him to survive is if we like sent him off somewhere, or if we made him an enclosure right now. So before he goes and dies of starvation, I need you guys to either be merciful or murder him. One of the two. Alright, well then, I guess Perp wants him to die. What say the others in chat? How long have I been streaming for? Damn, it's been an hour and a half. Oh my god. Well, everyone, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna leave on a cliffhanger. This guy's fate is in your hands, and I'm gonna make a post on my channel asking whether I should spare his life or whether he should die alone, starving in the wilderness. Now keep in mind, I have no emotional attachment to this guy. None. So his life is entirely in your guys' hands. And you know what? To make it even harder for you guys, we're gonna name him. We're gonna go ahead and name this guy. We will call him George. That's what we'll call him. Alright, George. Alright guys, George's life is entirely in your hands. So, with that, I'm going to end off this episode, or this stream. Keep an eye out for the poll, because if you guys don't vote to save him, we will watch him starve and die in the wilderness. So yeah, with that said, do it for George, or do it for the sake of not George. You know, kill or spare him. And with that, I will be leaving you all right here. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you all in the next stream. Bye-bye.